Next on our agenda is my regular report to you, summarizing my engagements and ongoing outreach activities on behalf of the branch since our last meeting. And for this reporting period, I want to highlight three of those engagements. The first celebrated a female jurist known to many of us, who I have said punches above her weight class. The second addresses how courts can play a positive role in correcting chosen paths or providing new paths for juveniles or young people who happen to come into our system. And the last engagement provided early training for my future or my successor. So the first, in Sacramento at the Crest Theater, I was pleased to provide welcoming opening remarks for a screening hosted by the Women in California Leadership and the California Legislative Women's Caucus of, quote, RBG, end quote, a documentary about United States Supreme Court Associate Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg and her early years and her years as a student lawyer, jurist to today. It was an inspiring program. Assemblywoman Susan Talamantes-Eggman, Senator Connie Leyva, and the Women's Caucus invited leaders and staff from the three branches of government to view the movie about a diminutive figure who has fought with passion, spirit, resilience, and intellect for equal rights throughout her marvelous public service career. In Sonoma, I had the pleasure of attending the Judicial Council's Juvenile Law Institute, where juvenile court judicial officers and trial court attorneys benefited from a 3-day program put on by CJUR, covering issues such as trauma and drug abuse and sharing best practices on evaluations and collaborative justice. Judge Douglas Hachimoni quizzed me about a number of our branch initiatives, including keeping kids in school and out of court, and the Power of Democracy's work on civic education and engagement to improve outcomes for at-risk youth, and the need for ongoing advocacy and funding for dependency counsel. And back in Sacramento, I had the surreal pleasure of swearing in the governor and the chief justice at the 71st Youth Governor Inaugural Ball, organized by California YMCA Youth in Government. High-achieving, passionate 17-year-olds, doppelgangers for all of us here, I will tell you. The program seeks to promote leadership skills, character, values, social responsibility, and civic engagement in California's teens. It's an ongoing program, and it is definitely doing the job. The Chief Justice, I believe, is going to Harvard. There was just a number of high achievers in these many immigrant families and first-gen students who are part of this YMCA program. Sacramento Mayor Darrell Steinberg, Senator Henry Stern, State Assembly members Ken Cooley and Ian Calderon and Evan Lowe also attended. And I participated in a Q&A with our future leaders who wanted to know more about money bail, the importance of diversity, but also asked how California's youth could contribute to a positive development in the state. That concludes my report to Council.